I brought these into my collection and I still see them and I'm like, are you a stranger? Like, hi, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be giving you an update on my haul from January of this year, 2020. As I was writing notes for this video, I started to really think about how long it takes to really get familiar with a product. 6 months sounds like a long time, but in the grand scheme of my collection, all of these things are still really shiny and new. Some of these immediately went into my Shop My Stash, and a few of them have definitely been like waiting in the wings for me. Starting with the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Foundation. So I picked this up, Walmart clearance, and I already think this is my most used product out of this haul. I really love the coverage on this. It's medium to full buildable. It is a satin finish that lasts really well throughout the day and has overall just been a real standout in my collection. I feel really good about this in my haul. Next, I have the VDL LumiLayer Primer. So I got this because Hannah Louise posted just like raved about it so much, and you can see me playing with it in one of my like makeup playtimes, makeup merry-go-round, I think that's what I call it. So where I basically play with my Shop My Stash. So this has a little bit of a blue reflect that's really brightening, and I have overall enjoyed the few times that I've used it, but I haven't used it that often. It's also been standing alongside my Chanel Le Beige Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid. This is really, really pretty. I've used it maybe twice as a primer, and I've used it about 3 times on my cheekbones as a liquid highlight, and I think I might prefer it as a highlight, but I'm still not sure because I haven't used it that much. And it's really starting to, like, as I was going through this, I'm like, dang, like, do I even know? Like, I brought these into my collection and I still see them and I'm like, are you a stranger? Like, and that's so, like, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. But anyway, like, I'm still intrigued. I still want to know. I don't know. I really thought that since it's Chanel, I would just be like, yes, that immediately, all day, every day. And it hasn't played out like that. So, and then my poor little Farsali liquid glass. So this, I went through a whole ordeal, but this is also like really pretty. It's super shimmery. I want glass skin. I want my skin to look like glass. And yet here I am not using primer. I think I used this maybe twice when I first got it, and then I haven't pulled for it since. And I think that it's also been difficult because these two were in my Shop My Stash, but this one wasn't. So this one's just been patiently waiting in my makeup dresser, and we're still strangers. I just want to look at the texture again. Maybe this will help me, maybe playing with this will help convince me that I don't need to buy the Natasha Denona Hygen Primer Serum. We'll see. Now next in this update is this Danessa Myricks Duet Balm. Yes. 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 This has been so good. It's on my cheeks right now. I have no words. It's been in my Shop My Stash, and I really do enjoy reaching for it. I love applying it all over my cheeks. I do enjoy it occasionally on top of my lips as well, but this has just been so fun, and it's just so satisfying to like dip my fingers into it and like swipe it on, and it swipes on so beautifully. I'm really happy with this purchase, and I'm really happy with how much use I've gotten out of this. I usually use powder blushes, but I tap a little bit of this on top, and it just adds the tiniest bit of shimmer, but the dew impact makes the blush look like it's a cream blush. So it's been really enhancing my other blushes as well. Next, I have two complexion products. The first being the Pixi by Petra H2O Skin Tint. This is a tinted face gel, and it really is a gel in formula. This I've used enough times that I've lost count, but I still like to keep it in this box to make it feel new. And the finish of this is incredibly skin-like. What I mean by skin-like is that it looks like there's nothing on your skin. So I think this would be really good for people who hate the feel of makeup or foundation on their skin. It's matte, it's very thin, it's very low coverage. I can see why people who go for like the natural skin, who go for a natural makeup look or like the clean girl skin look, I can see why they would like something like this, but I would just sooner go without makeup. I would rather just not apply anything onto my face. I'm not mad at it. I think this has like very specific uses for me in my life, but this isn't the first thing that I'm reaching in my collection for. If you're looking for like the lightest bit of evening your skin tone and you really want to look like you're wearing no makeup, this could be for you. The next of my complexion products is this Flower Beauty Brightening Concealer in the shade 1. I got this from the Dollar Tree. I spotted it there, and I really love Flower Beauty products, so I immediately reached for it. And this is pretty good. It's almost too dewy, which I almost never say, but I'm going to say it. It looks borderline greasy on my face. With a good powder, I could see it maybe working, but I had originally intended on applying this all over the face. I do like a good concealer dotted all over, and I would just need to use it more. There's not a ton of product in here. It clicks up with this really nice applicator that I actually really enjoy, but I still need to get familiar with it. After the first initial the initial 2 times that I used it, that's how much got used over those 2 times. I thought it was like really pretty initially, and then towards the end of my day, after about 6 hours of wear, I want to say, I started to look not my best. And I personally love a sweaty look. I love a fresh out of hot yoga look, but this went a little past that. I think I could potentially put this in a project pan and get some use out of it like that. Then I have 2 lip products. The Smith's Tropical Ambrosia Balm from the Rosebud Perfume Co. This was recently featured in my 5 best lip balms video, and I really do like this. I love the scent of it. I've put it kind of on the back burner so that I can finish up my rose lip balm, but I do really enjoy throwing this in my purse and putting it on. It's really a delight to use. Following that with the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in Rose and Shine. And this is a really nice lipstick color. It's a little orangey for my taste right now, but when I first got it, I immediately threw it in my purse, and this is super easy to apply. The Revlon lipsticks, especially their Super Lustrous lipstick formula, it doesn't let me down. It's really consistent. It's a stiffer formula in terms of the bullet, but it applies really well, and it just looks really good every single time, and this is no different. The next 3 products that I have, I'm a little embarrassed to show you because this Ulta Beauty Clear Brow Gel is unopened. This Sephora Transparent Clear Brow Gel, also unopened. And then I have this Refy Brow Sculpt situation. It's not unopened, it looks like it is, but I've used it a couple of times and then I put it back into its packaging. I just don't know. Again, I've had these products for 6 months, and how would I not know? How would I not know how I feel about them? But I know with this one, I did struggle with it a little bit. I don't like the two-step process of putting on this brow gel with combing it on. Well, first you brush it on with a spoolie, and then you actually comb through it with these combs. I currently have so many clear brow gels in my collection that I don't have to do any second steps with. I can just brush it on and they give me a laminated brow, or they give me a stiff, straight up looking brow. So this isn't like an entire like condemnation of this Refy brow gel, but I am a little hesitant to keep using it because of the two-step process. So I just need to get in there and use it. I just need to get in there and use these 3 clear brow gels. Like, what the heck? But I do love a clear brow gel, so this is kind of exciting. Like, I get to open these up and it's like, ooh, like fresh and fun, new makeup already prepaid since it's already in my collection. So that's kind of a bad makeup habit of mine, is that to keep makeup feeling new, I will sometimes put it back into its packaging. And then sometimes I'll do that and then I'll like forget that I can use it and I can just pull it out. And then also with some of my new products, I want to like, oh, like, let me save it. And then I don't open it. And then it's just saying like, hey, hello, like, do you see me? Like, that's what I imagine that it's saying to me anyway. Now the last category before I wrap up and share my final thoughts with you, perfumes. The first one being a dupe of the Dior Poison. So this is a Dollar Tree dupe. So this has been tucked away in its packaging. I generally try to keep my fragrances that I'm not using in their box, so that way they're further protected from sunlight. Since this was like in its, I like hauled it, smelled it, sprayed it a couple times, and then I put it away and didn't, honest to goodness, did not even think about it until I saw its name on this list for this video. It's not bad, but I just don't, I'm a tropical scents girl and this is powdery, which isn't bad, but I just don't find myself that attracted to it right now. And honestly, I just feel like I wouldn't be, like, even if I had the Dior Poison fragrance in my collection, I don't think I would be reaching for that either. At least I didn't have to spend the $100 on Poison to figure that out. But still, this is $1 and it's still sitting in my collection. So I don't know. It's not bad, but like, again, I would not recommend, and I'm not going to say it was like a total mistake, but I probably should have said no to bringing this into my collection. Second to last is the Cacharel Eden Eau de Parfum. So this was also tucked away, but not for as long as number 17. This smells like pineapple and it's very clean. I really do like this, and the more I smell it, the more I enjoy it. And I think now that I'm in summer, this is a lighter version of the Estee Lauder Knowing perfume. And I think using it in that manner, maybe like the occasional daytime, but honestly, like, this is pretty strong. 1 spritz of this is enough. So I'm excited to like keep using this for sure. It's just cute. I like a lot of this. I like the pineapple. I like that it's unique. I think it's definitely of its time, which I think was like 80s, 90s, and I'm excited to keep using this, so I'm definitely not mad at this one. So last but not least, I have Gucci Rush for you. This is the Eau de Toilette, and I'm wearing this right now. It's very fun. It's very unexpected. This is really sexy 70s ambiance. It's just, I pulled it out with my Shop My Stash, and I've used it 3 or 4 times since doing that. It's a pretty specific scent geared towards clubbing, and I'm not really going to the clubs right now with everything that's going on, but I will go to Club Target, and I struggle with wearing this to the grocery store because it just projects a lot, and I definitely don't want to take up too much of the spotlight. So it's been difficult in that aspect, but I do love it. I do think it's really fun to wear. I don't regret purchasing this. And even though I don't get to wear it as much as I would like to, with summer coming around, this really does like brighten my mood, and it's really like, it's really fun. Now for my final thoughts in wrapping up. So I would say for the superlatives of most used, it would go to this NYX Born This Way foundation. I think I would be about a third of the way done. So I think I've got about 2/3 left. I've really hit this one hard, and it's really been great for me to use. I've really been loving it. My least used would obviously be those unopened brow gels, but excluding those, it would be this dollar store dupe of Dior Poison. Most exciting would go to the Danessa Myricks Duet Balm. I still feel butterfly feelings over this. I'm still so over the moon about using this, so that feels really good. I'm most reluctant to use, again, this dollar store dupe of Poison. I don't see myself applying this with the gusto I might have imagined when I bought it in store. I think the main takeaways that I got from doing this exercise was that I need to really think twice before buying a primer, or even just really think twice about my shopping my stash. So if I'm going to bring in a primer, I probably shouldn't bring more than just one, so that way I can really give it my full attention if I do end up using it, rather than having it compete with other primers or other products that I might use as a primer. With my makeup application, primers just aren't at the forefront of necessity for me. So, and this video isn't to make myself feel bad about not using my products, but really to just check in and really reflect on how this went. I'm definitely thinking about how long it takes to really get to know your makeup products and what to expect from them. Before I let you go, I do want to know how long it takes for you to know a makeup product. Is it like a first date and you know? Are you more of like a multiple tries and see how it goes from there? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more of my content, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.